more effectively decide who to talk to and what kind of meetings to have. And you can do that in Evernote now, but you really have to do a lot of manual setup for it. What we realized is we really need to simplify that. That should become a main use case. People should really treat it as a space, as a digital space, just like you would have a physical space that you work in. You can have a digital space that you work in. And so a lot of the things that we're going to be coming out with in the next 2 to 3 months, basically now and the end of the year, really have to do with this to make my type of user of Evernote much easier for everyone.
Yes, it's like looking at a big map, knowing everybody who they are, what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of gives you, call it like situational awareness about what's going on around you. So you know what your colleagues are doing when you're working on things together.
Okay. I'm glad you talked about Office, because now a lot of people think real Office is less and less important and more expensive. But a digital Office, in my description, it's just like a pool with ideas. So you can put your ideas, thoughts, resources, material inside that, and you can link it with anybody else, with other people 24/7. So it's like a digital workspace. So is this the definition of workspace or something more?
Yeah, I think the workspace is really it's a place where you go to feel productive.
Yes.
And there's physical version and a digital version, and I think both are very important. I think the physical office is actually becoming more and more important in the sense that you don't need to be in an office anymore in order to work. But if you have a really great physical location, you can make people much more productive, much happier. You can get a lot more work done. So when we think about our physical office and in all of our locations, we spend a lot of time thinking about what is the purpose of this physical space and how do we make people in it happier and more productive. And when you guys hear from from the next set of people who are talking, from Jeff and from others, they're actually in charge of setting up the physical workspaces as well. So I think the physical workspace is very important, but at the same time, you should work with Evernote as the digital office, the digital workspace as well. So you can combine in your head where all the information is, where you go to work, as well as your physical environment about how you get work done. And I think when both of those things are elegant, you get something that's really, really powerful. We've tried to extend that concept in the new market products that we're releasing, so that you can have a combination of digital and physical and real presence and online presence. Because I think in your brain, it's all really kind of the same thing.
Yes, connected together. I'm really happy to know that Evernote Market is published this afternoon. So here's a question for Amy. So what's the plan about Evernote Market in China? Do you have any future plan or something?
So I think that's a question to the person who's in charge of it, which is Jeff over there. But I overheard from Phil this afternoon during a media interview, and he was saying the goal is to have China as a what's that, biggest revenue country for market. So I could almost have a heart attack when I heard that. So I guess that's the goal. So we'll work on that. But I think, seriously speaking, I mean, this afternoon, after we launched we announced the launch of the Evernote Market in China, we got a lot of good feedbacks on the social media. So far, there are hundreds of retweets on Weibo, and people have been, WeChatting us, and then so a lot of people are very happy that we are in China right now, and I think that itself is already, a big achievement for us, because I think at the end of the day, the goal for us to be in China is to make users happy by providing them the product they love. Either virtual ones or both virtual ones and physical ones. So I think market is something for them. So I think that's probably the goal for the other market in China.
So it's also, in my opinion, maybe it's also a part of workspace. We plan for that. Okay.
think it'd be great if one day, if maybe next year, if you and other team members are in China, if you're going to visit some office, you're in some companies, if they see a Evernote market product on their desk or in their office, I think that'd be great for us. So we look forward to that.
Yes, and also very proud of that. Here's a little serious question, but maybe not that serious. So the time we live is during maybe kind of a revolution, just like agricultural revolution, industrial revolution before. So it freed millions of people's time from their traditional work. So now here comes another question. So what do we do if we have so much time? Too many time for everybody. So we play games, right? We play Flappy Bird or some game to make our time full with something. But is Evernote choose to do something different, just to occupy time? So here's a question for Phil.
I don't think I have too much time.
Of course.
If I ever did have too much time, I would sleep a little bit more.
Yes.
But I don't think that's going to happen anytime very soon. I don't think people have more time. I think you're right. I think technology has really shifted what we have to work on.
Yes.
And we have to spend more time thinking about how to be happy in life.
Yes.
I think before maybe it didn't really matter what your mood was, what your state of mind was. You had to spend all your time working on physical things so you can get food and shelter, basic materials.
Mm-hmm.
And now a lot of the basics you can get fairly easily, but you still have to have a meaningful life. You still have to be happy. You still have to have a satisfying existence.
Yes.
And I think the key to that is to actually have a life's work, to be working on something important. Whether that's your job or whether it's your hobby or your family, to have your life's work. And we really made Evernote so that you can accomplish your life's work better. The best Evernote users, the best Evernote customers, both individuals and businesses, have something important in their life, have their life's work, have something they're working towards, and Evernote helps them achieve it. So, for me, that life's work is Evernote. This is the central thing that is meaningful to me is building this company.
Yes.
And I use Evernote for it. I'm happy because of that. Other people have different life's work. You have important things that you do that you feel make an impact on the world. Your podcast,
yes.
And you use Evernote to help you with that. And so our best user is someone who has this purpose, has a particular thing that's important, and that doesn't see free time as something that they need to waste and something they need to kill. They really as something that they could spend doing something they love that makes a difference.
Yes. Yes, I think maybe your answer is to reveal the truth of our life. We don't have to do some boring work, and that time you have to think about what do you really want in your daily life, and maybe be part of a great work. It's a very good opportunity. So okay, I see. Now let's talk something about Evernote and users. Also a question for Phil, and I have some friends. They do iOS and HTML5 developing, so it's a full competition, and maybe it's a better idea to do some Evernote developing. So can you tell us more about that? How to become an Evernote developer?
Oh, sure. Well, we have a great developer program. We have more than 50,000 developers using the Evernote API. We have many apps in the Evernote market and the Evernote App Center, which you should go and take a look at. There's lots of great apps from China, but they're really global. And we provide resources to help developers build their apps and build them worldwide. And if it's an app that we like, that we want to use ourselves, then we're always happy to talk about it, to promote it, to help the developer achieve whatever goals they have. my main advice for developers of all kinds is to just build something for yourself. Don't worry too much about what other people want. Don't worry too much about what the market wants, what you can sell. Just think about what do you want for yourself, and build something that you want, that'll be a beautiful experience, something that's important to you. Because the way the world is set up right now, with app stores and smartphones and social media, if you build something that you want for yourself, there's a very good chance that there's going to be another billion people in the world that also want it, and they'll find out about it, and we'll help you promote it, and you'll be able to get there. So I think it's, I wouldn't worry about competition. I wouldn't worry about who else is doing something. I would just say, pick an idea that you love, that works for you. Try to make the best app, the best product possible for yourself.
Yes.
Don't worry if there's 100 others that are very similar. Just make it great for you.